Hey guys and gals, this is Sonic Arrow with the Tier 10 British medium tank, the Centurion Action 10, the replacement for the FV4202 on patch 9.12 test server. And it looks very nice. It looks like it has the turret of the FV and the hull of a Centurion. So we'll see how that works out, but the best thing is well, let's go down the list. It has 1,950 hit points, which is the same. It weighs 55 tons, which is slightly heavier than the FV. It is also slightly larger than the FV. It's taller, mostly due to the Centurion chassis. 1,040 horsepower engine. Now that's pretty big. It does account for the increase in weight, and it also gets a top speed of 53 kilometers per hour, which is much liked by a lot of people. 50 degrees per second of hull traverse, 48 degrees per second of turret traverse. This thing is very maneuverable. Armor-wise, 120 millimeters thick on the front of the hull, 50 millimeters at the side, 31 millimeters at the rear. So that's on par with the Centurion chassis. Turret armor is 198 millimeters thick on the front, 152 on the side, 95 at the rear. Don't want to get hit by HE shells from the rear, so just keep in mind with that, and I will show you a few things on the turret armor while I'm in game. Now we'll take a look at the cannon. It is the 105mm L7A2, exactly the same stats as the FV. 6.98 round per minute rate of fire, 268mm penetration, 390 alpha damage, 0.32 accuracy, 2.1 second aim time. However, instead of the special premium HESH shell that the FV received, the Centurion Action 10 gets to fire heat rounds, 330 millimeters of penetration, and we'll take a look. It does cost 4,800 credits, but that's normal for Tier 10 vehicles. Let's see, 410 meter view range, 750 meter signal range. There's no difference in terms of those stats. It's just, bigger and a different armor configuration. First, we'll take a look at the vehicle. It is a very nice looking tank. Here we go, around, and then while it's in motion as well. And then on to the traversal test. So here we have the hull traverse moving around very smoothly, and you'll notice that the gun depression is less when looking over the rear of the vehicle. The gun barrel actually lifts up slightly. Alright, and from the front, and there's also that stationary Centurion to my left, and that's right on the screen. So now the traverse of both the turret and the hull. There we go, very fast. And now for some turret armor testing. This is basically straight on, so it doesn't look like the turret will do very well versus straight on shots, but this does get 10 degrees of gun depression, so you might be able to use that to your advantage. And it looks like that little dome above the commander's hatch is not a hitbox. You can't actually do any damage to it, even if I'm not hitting it at all. There we go. Oop. There, and I put a shot right below that dome, and that did penetrate, and of course the hull armor is very weak. Now, even though this shot went through, the other shots are having a harder time penetrating the Centurion Action 10's turret at this sort of angle, which you probably might find if they're in a hull down position. And I suppose that first shot was a fluke that it penetrated. And we're also seeing a little bit of the accuracy on the cannon, which is actually quite nice. And even the roof over there, the roof of the turret, usually a weak point, is not so weak anymore at this angle. And it's actually pretty hard to hit that hatch. But right underneath the cannon seems to be a bit of a weak point right there. And we can see some of the bounces on the turret. And of course straight on, you'll definitely get penetrations. I should also mention that right above the cannon seems to be the same kind of weak point as right below the cannon. Here's 200 millimeters of penetration. Here it is right above the cannon, and it still penetrates through that. I can't wait to get my hands on one of these things, so hopefully the patch isn't too far away. Thanks for watching. Please press the like button and leave some comments. I'll see you in future videos.